Did you know that a Spaniard was shipwrecked in Mayan lands and instead of returning with the conquistadors, became an indigenous leader and fought against them? Gonzalo Guerrero, known as the Renegade, is considered the father of mestizaje in Mexico, and his story is so incredible that it seems like something out of a movie. Today, we'll tell you his exciting life story, full of shipwrecks, survival, war, and divided loyalties. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss more stories like this. Let's get started. In the year 1511, a Spanish ship departed from Panama heading for Santo Domingo. But on its journey, a storm pushed it off course, and it ended up shipwrecked on a shoal called the Vipers, near Jamaica. Approximately 20 survivors, including 2 women, managed to board a small boat without water or food, adrift at sea. After 13 agonizing days, the currents dragged them to the coasts of Yucatan, territory of the Mayan civilization. But their arrival was not a relief. They were captured by the Mayans, and immediately some were sacrificed and eaten in a ritual. Those who survived were made slaves. Among them, 2 names would go down in history: Geronimo de Aguilar and Gonzalo Guerrero. As time passed, the survivors died, except for Aguilar and Guerrero. While Aguilar clung to his Spanish identity, Gonzalo Guerrero decided to fully integrate himself into Mayan culture. 3 years later, in 1514, Guerrero went on to serve the chief Nachan Khan, the ruler of Chetumal. There, he married a Mayan woman, in some versions identified as the daughter of Nachan Khan himself, with whom he had at least 3 children. Thanks to his European military knowledge, Guerrero became the leader of the Mayan armies and won important battles against enemy tribes. But he would soon face a much more powerful enemy, the Spaniards. In 1519, Hernán Cortés arrived in Cozumel on his way to conquer Mexico. There, the natives told him about 2 bearded men who lived in the jungle as slaves. Cortés sent a letter offering to rescue both, but only one accepted: Geronimo de Aguilar. When Aguilar went looking for Guerrero, he found a completely transformed man. His face was tattooed, his ears were pierced, and he dressed like a Mayan. His response was recorded in history: "Brother Aguilar, I am married and have 3 children. They consider me a chief and captain when there are wars. My face is tattooed and my ears are pierced. What will the Spaniards say if they see me like this?" His wife, understanding the danger, intervened indignantly. "Look at this slave who comes to call for my husband. Let him go and don't bother us anymore." Thus, Gonzalo Guerrero rejected his last chance to return to his people and decided to stay with his new family. His last battle and his death. In 1536, Guerrero left Yucatan and went to Honduras to support the Mayan resistance against the Spaniards. In a battle led by the chief Chicumba, an arquebus shot pierced his body and ended his life. A document dated August 14, 1536, signed by the governor of Honduras, Andrés de Quereceda, confirms his death. It read, "It was learned that a Spaniard named Gonzalo had died in the battle, who had lived among the Indians for 20 years and who was the one who destroyed the Adelantado Montejo." Hero or traitor? To the conquistadors, Gonzalo Guerrero was a traitor. To the Mayans, he was a leader. And for history, he was the first European who left his past behind and embraced a new identity. That is why today he is considered the father of mestizaje in Mexico. Since his children were the first mestizos born in Mexican territory, his life has inspired novels, legends, and historical debates. Will he one day reach the big screen in a Hollywood movie? Final reflection. What would you have done in his place? Return with the Spaniards or stay with the Mayans? Leave us your opinion in the comments. If you like this story, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell for more content. See you in the next video.